just looking for any input or advice that you had. You cut all these things from your diet, and it's hard to gain weight or bulk up. My goal is to get stronger and a little bigger. I'm working out 3 or 4 times a week, probably an hour and a half or 2 hours every time.
Okay. I would assume that you're lifting weights?
Yeah, pretty regularly.
And you're lifting pretty heavy?
Yeah.
Cut your workout down. If you're working out for more than 45 minutes or an hour, you're getting into that catabolic state where you're going to be breaking down muscle, and it's going to make it really hard to get bigger.
Okay.
I mean, you already are going to have enough metabolic challenges in terms of putting on size. I don't typically focus on putting on size because it involves so much consumption of food. You have to basically overeat. And
I'm already eating like 4 full meals a day.
That's kind of what you have to do in order to put on size. The conflict of interest on my end, and the reason that I don't focus on this, is because all of the scientific literature that has been published has found that the only proven way to extend lifespan is caloric restriction. So conversely, I feel a bit weary telling someone such as yourself to eat 15 to 20 calories per pound of body weight, which is really what's required to put on size, when we know that excess consumption of food is associated with metabolic products that may be shortening your life and deteriorating your health. So with that said, if you wanted to put on size, I'd be eating in that 15 to 20 calories per pound of body weight, but at the same time, that's going to be more for your physique enhancement as opposed to health.
Yeah, but I'm not running a risk of all of a sudden becoming overweight or something like that.
Right, and I think that's a more sustainable approach. Eating where you're able to support muscle growth without putting on fat, and just working on getting stronger in every exercise, particularly the core exercises like your bench press, your squat, your overhead military press, pull-ups, bent over rows, getting stronger in there, deadlifts, of course. Doing that while maintaining your athleticism is probably the best long-term approach.
Yeah, because I'm not just trying to focus on the gym. You know, it's not about trying to bench more. I'm trying to increase all the numbers, because you don't want to just focus on one area and then find out that you let yourself lack in others.
There's absolutely no reason to chase a higher bench press number. It really depends on the motivation. And knowing that when you're trying to lift heavier and get stronger, you're not paying as much attention to the numbers as you are trying to trigger the hormonal response, which is when you're really pushing and you're lifting as much weight as you can physically lift in that 4 to 12 rep range. You're triggering a positive hormonal response that's creating an anabolic environment that's going to be conducive to building lean muscle.
So do you think I should maybe try to not, because I usually go and I'll run like half a mile or a mile on the treadmill or elliptical machine to get warmed up, stretch out. Then I usually do a circuit. I stay at the 6 to 8 reps per set, and I usually do 3 sets of all the exercises. I'll either do the chest and back, like the bis and tris, or it'll be leg day. And then that's how it ends up being an hour and a half. You know, I'll usually do like a half mile or a mile cool down on the treadmill or elliptical. So maybe I should condense the workouts a little bit.
I think you should make them shorter. Once you get past that 60-minute mark, you're getting into catabolic territory where you're breaking down your lean muscle. So I would set that as my deadline and not exceed it, and focus on doing the most important stuff within that window. If it was something where you decided, hey, yeah, I'd like to get the program and check out phase 4, and I'd also be happy to work with you to put together some specific workouts that would fit in with your goals, and also rearranging a little bit of the format of what you're doing so that it's most conducive to building lean muscle without breaking it down. That's totally up to you. But yeah, I would definitely set that timer for 60 minutes and not exceed that.
Okay, no, that's good advice, son.